Hello, everyone. How are you today? It's Jane here. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Last week, I didn't get to record a video. So this week, we're doing week 2 of my 6 inked pens that I'm using. Now, I've been using them for about a week now. So we're almost getting into week 3. But first, we're going to tackle week 2. Um, so for week 1, we had the Twisby Eco and Espresso Bronze with Diamond Shimmertastic Cocoa Shimmer. That was beautiful. But that pen is a medium nib and it's a bit of a fire hose. Like I almost could have put this ink in a fine nib and it would have still written beautifully. The next one we had Jinhao, the 9019 in black gold with a medium nib and inked with Robert Oster Peach. That was beautiful. It still actually has some ink left in it, which I'm still going to write with and use because I just love writing with a yellow ink. The third one we had was the Pilot Kakuna Madarami Brown. It's a medium and it was inked with Pilot Oroshizuku Asagao. That too is such a great performing little pen. Here in Australia, I think they retail for $30. And I reckon it's one of the best inexpensive pens you could buy out there. I'd even go as far to say it's probably a great starter pen if you're looking to get into the fountain pen hobby. The next one we had was the Pilot Vanishing Point Black Gold with an 18 carat fine nib, and it was inked with Lennon Toolbar Twilight. This is one of my favourite pens to write with. It did not let me down. I actually had to re-ink it again. Because I wrote with it so much. The next one, the Just Turnings Matte Elvenwood Mr. Cypress 14K medium nib on it, and it was inked with Van Diemen's Leatherwood Honey. Beautiful pen, beautiful nib, beautiful writer. The next one we had was the Waterman Korean Amber in 18 karat gold medium nib inked with Waterman Mysterious Blue. Now, I don't know what was going on with this particular blue cartridge because this is not Mysterious Blue. Mysterious Blue is more this color. So I don't know what was going on there. But anyway, it really doesn't matter. So this was week 1. Let's do just that. Week 1. This is going to be week 2. So week 2. Let's just do that. So then we can just differentiate. Now I have my 6 pens here that I have been using for the last week. So we'll get stuck into it. The first one here is the beautiful Esterbrook SD Rainforest with a broad nib. It's a very, very juicy writer, this pen. You will also be proud of me because this time I have got a clip here. So no more struggling with the guide sheet. I was worried that it would get in the way. And if I was writing over here, it probably would. But anyway, we'll tackle that when we get to that page. So this is the Esterbrook SD in Rainforest. It has a broad nib and is inked with Kaya Naoto Kogiro. And I'm very sorry if my pronunciations are a bit off or I'm not saying it correctly. I'm saying it to the best of my ability, or pronouncing it to the best of my ability, I should say. So that's the first one. The second one we have here is my first Esterbrook I ever got. It's the Esterbrook SD in Tortoise. This one has a medium nib. This was actually an ink sample from Pen Friend Dala, I believe. So this one is Esterbrook SD Tortoise. It has a medium nib and is inked with, now this one is 3 oysters I love the name of this one. I have tried to see if it's in stock anywhere and I couldn't find it. So I think the only place in Australia that stocks this particular brand is Bookbinders Design, and they're currently out of stock with it. But this one must be very popular. Caramel macchiato. Okay, so that's that one. So the six pens are working quite well for me, I must admit. It's giving me enough of a changeover. Like I write with them all week, and I mean, surely, if they've got ink still left on them, I still keep writing with them the following week as well and just have my six new ones. But I think when I was having, say, 20 pens inked up, what I found was I just kept reaching for the same ones over and over again. I wasn't really rotating through those 20 pens because you get your favorites. This way, it's forcing me to focus on just these six pens. And then it's giving me, it's mixing things up a little bit for me when I get to ink up another six pens the following week. So that's, yeah, I wanted to try something different. I really love the color of this ink. So this is the Twisby Diamond 580 in smoke and rose gold. It has a medium nib and it is inked with, I love this coloured ink, Mont Blanc Jane Austen. So I may not have got the pen, but I definitely got the ink. So it's like a grey. I'd have to say it's like a brownie grey with a hint of lilac in it. That's probably the best way I can describe that coloured ink. So the next one we have here is the Leonardo Memento Zero Grande in Planetary Nebula. This one has a medium nib. So Leonardo, I'll just put, oh no, I'll write the full thing. Memento Zero Grande 2.0 Planetary Nebula. This is such it's only a steel nib. I don't have a gold nib on this one. It's a steel nib, but it flows and it writes beautifully and the ink flows well. A medium nib, and I have this inked with ablation olive. So you'll notice that this is just slightly different to the Kyoto Kokiro. That's more of a yellow sort of green, and this one is a bit more of a green. Okay, so next one we have here is the Leonardo Memento Zero, and this has a fine nib. This one's in the angel skin finish. It's beautiful material. So Leonardo Memento Zero in the angel skin. This too is just a steel nib. All of these are just steel nibs actually. Fine nib, and it is inked with Bernices Opera Rose. Now, I love this ink so much that I am already on my second bottle of it. So, and last but not least, we have this beautiful Just Turnings pen. This is, I call it my custom copper line. It actually indeed reminds me of copper, especially with this pale green. You know, when copper patinas, it gets that green tinge to it. That's what it reminds me of. So this one, I actually had Stephen make for my Platinum 3776 14 karat medium nib. And it's just such a beautiful pen. Okay, we're going to have to go over on the other side. May not be able to use my clip. I might have to, oops, might just move that out of the way. Might be able to use the clip down here, just so it's not bumbling all over the place. So this one, I've used it here too. Interesting. I didn't realize that. Anyway, so this is the Just Turnings. Sorry, just talking to myself as you do. So this is a Just Turnings custom copper line. It has the 14 karat medium platinum nib in it, and it is inked with Van Diemen's Leatherwood Honey. Now I'm just looking at this, and it is so different from this leatherwood honey over here, and I'm thinking maybe I had not have I didn't clean out. I think before in this particular pen, the matte elvenwood, I had a burgundy coloured like a deep red ink in it, and even though I've cleaned it and flushed it and all the rest of it, maybe it still had a little bit of a residue of that red ink because it was writing very much like a reddy brown. And I think I even remember saying in the video that it reminded me of Diamond Agent Copper. And someone, I can't remember who it was, and they said to me, "Oh, my Van Diemen's Leatherwood Honey looks very different from that." And I said, "Well, I know there's two formulas. I know there's the old formula of it and there's the newer formula. So maybe that's the difference." But no, I think it's actually just the fact that I didn't clean my pen out properly, even though I thought I did. So they are our pens that we have got this week. I'm just going to put them here. So I'm enjoying writing with all these. I don't really have any inexpensive pens amongst this. I mean, even the Twisby Diamond 580 is still not a cheap pen, but I think because we were sort of bunkering down last week with Cyclone Alfred, that's why I didn't get to do a video. Um, it got to the point where we weren't sure. We kept getting all these weather alerts on our phone saying, be prepared, it's going to hit, expect winds of, this many kilometres an hour. Our region had already received so much rain just with the tropical low that sat over us for the entire time. Like we literally had, I think, 5 days of just pouring rain. And so all the river levels had risen and there was flooding starting to happen in our region. And so it kind of got me thinking, like, if the roof blew off the house and we had all that rain as well, we might have to leave, right? It didn't come to that. But it got me thinking, like, oh, now what pens would I take with me? And these are the ones that I just felt like writing with and wanted to hold in my hand and journal with. I journaled an awful lot. I really thought I'd do lots of letter writing, but it was harder to collect my thoughts with all these alerts that kept coming through. Um, anyway, so Cyclone Alfred, I mean, he didn't really get anywhere near us. We just got that tropical low of winds and rain for, as I said, for about 5 days. And the only damage we had was a tree down in the backyard between us and our neighbour's house. It's damaged the fence and gone over. And so I've had to chop all that up and clear that. But that's it. That's the only damage we had. We are very, very fortunate. And we didn't get flooded either because we're actually up quite high. Um, but yeah, so anyway, so I think at the time I was just thinking these are the pens that I really want to use at the moment for journaling and everything. And with the pens that I'd used the previous week and then plus my Mont Blancs and these are the ones that I wanted to take with me if we had to leave, pack up and leave for any reason. But it didn't come to that. So yeah, so this is week 2 pens. Um and really enjoying writing with them. As I said, week 2's almost over now and they've still got ink in them. So I'm just going to continue writing with them. But I will come to you in a couple of days' time with my week 3 pens that I'm going to ink up. I still haven't quite decided what they're going to be, but I'm looking forward to sharing those with you. And I guess I'll see you back here next time. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.